My dearest Creator, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I ask you to fill this space with your golden light and your love, and help this space to be a space of positivity at all times. I ask you to pour through me and allow me to be the voice of you, to allow the information that you see necessary for everyone to hear and to have be delivered clearly through me today and always, as I am here doing this work that you have put me here to do. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you for connecting me to my divine purpose. I thank you for everything that I have been through up until this point that has helped me to be the woman that you birthed me to be. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Oh, dearest Creator, God, Goddess, I thank you, dear archangels, for always surrounding me with your love and your guidance. I thank you, angels. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Dear spirit guides, I thank you, and I thank you, ancestors. I thank you, mommy, I thank you. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I thank you. Today, we're going to be talking about something that plagues a lot of people everywhere, but especially here in the United States. We're going to be talking about stress, anxiety, and depression. What is it? How can we combat it? How can we get it all under control? Let's talk about it. Hey, my love lights. This is Aisha Naila, your fairy life changer. Bing! And I am helping you to turn on your inner magic so that you can turn up in the life and the love of your dreams. Flawless. I wake up flawless, 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 flawless. Do you know that being flawless, your goal to be flawless, may be the very thing that has you stressed out, anxious, and depressed? Think about it. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be flawless. Flawless by other people's standards, flawless by society standards. You have to be a certain size. Your hair has to be a certain length. Your breasts have to be big. You know, you have to be, you have to have a certain type of job or career. You have to go to certain schools. You have to have a certain type of house. You have to drive a certain type of car. What is all of that about? Come on. Be flawless by your own standards. Be flawless by your own standards, because what you think they think is what is weighing you down. Be flawless by your own standards. What is flawless to you? What does flawless mean? Flawless to me means that I am here doing the work that the Creator put me here to do. That's flawless. If I wake up every day and I do something that aligns with my purpose, that is flawless. Flawless. I'm not standing here trying to measure up to someone else's belief of what my body should look like. I'm not standing here wearing my hair straight anymore, because I used to back in the day, but that was for a whole different reason. But I'm not here straightening my hair because someone tells me that I should, because someone tells me that that is what will look better on me. I'm here to live my life out loud. Live my life being who I was born to be. Uniquely me. Just like you were born to be uniquely you. We put so much pressure on ourselves. So much pressure on ourselves that we're running to doctors every day, popping pills that they're giving us to only lead us to more disbelief of ourselves. Now, I'm not saying if you are clinically depressed that you shouldn't take medication if that's what you need, but what I'm saying is that should not be your first go-to. I need you all to listen to this. I need you to get this. Okay? Because we all go through it. We go through stress. We go through anxiety. We go through self-doubt. We go through fear. We go through depression. We experience that. Especially during a time and age where we are surrounded by noise, constant noise. We're surrounded by everybody else's belief systems. How do you believe in yourself when everyone around you is trying to tell you how to? By aligning yourself spiritually. That's how. Knowing yourself. Listening to that inner voice. Believing it. Allowing it to guide you. Not allowing what you see on TV. All of that stuff telling lies to our vision. Television. Tell lie vision. Telling lies to your vision. I'm not saying that everything that's on television is bad, but you have to be mindful of what you allow in. You have to be really mindful of what you allow in. Guarding yourself. Guarding your spirit. You know, we forget that we talk about the mind and body connection. But what about the mind, body, spirit connection? We are spiritual beings first. And if we keep that in mind, if we remember that we are spiritual beings first and we take care of spirit first, our soul first, everything else will fall into place. But you have to take the time out to do it. You can't get so caught up in everything, trying to make more money, trying to get to the top before somebody else does or before you run out of time, that you do not allow yourself the time with Spirit. So let's just look at depression for a little bit. What is depression? Think about it. Depression. Depressed. Being pressed down. Feeling pressed down. The prefix D, it denotes negation, separation, depression, feeling separated. You're pressed down so much so you have something that is continuously like something that's like this force that's pressing you down. What is the force that's pressing you down? Is it money? Is it financial? Is it a financial force? Is it a doubtful force? What is it? What is it? So I want you to ask yourself today, why do you feel, what is pressing you down? Because we don't just wake up feeling depressed. We're not just born into this world being depressed. We're born into this world being of love and light. No matter what circumstance we're born into, we come into this world as light beings. Light, alive, free. So what is it that has you feeling so tied down, so burdened? What is it? Examine that. Examine it. Okay? Anxiety. A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with uncertain value. Our anxiety is usually triggered by what we think, or what we have concocted in our minds is going to happen. You're talking to someone who was diagnosed with anticipated anxiety disorder. Anticipated anxiety disorder at the age of 16 years old. I mean, I would enter the school building and feel like I was about to pass out. There were days that I would get in the building and I would throw up. And do you know what that was triggered by? It was triggered by the pressure that I was putting on myself to measure up to someone else's standards. See, I have been a straight A student all throughout my life, from pre-kindergarten all the way up to the 8th grade. And when I entered the doors of a high school, one of the biggest high schools and best schools in New York City, I was no longer that straight A student. I had so many other people to compete with, and I didn't want to let anyone down. And I put so much pressure on myself, pressed, depressed. I didn't know what to do. And so it came out. It showed up as physical ailments. Thank God for my parents for putting me in therapy at 16 years old. And it started me on a journey of trying to understand anxiety, learning how to deactivate it, because you can. I didn't deal with anxiety anymore until 2009. I was a mother of a 1-year-old. My mother passed away February of 2009. And all around this time, dealing with my mother's death, I was dealing with the fact that my daughter's father was lying to me and seeing someone behind my back. Someone that, though I wasn't good friends with her, I was very well aware of her. We ran in the same circle, so to speak. And shortly after dealing with the death of my mother, I became a single mother. And I dealt with a lot of depression. I was grieving and then dealing with betrayal and then the hurt and the disappointment. I became anxious constantly. I was in a constant state of anxiety, and I just felt depressed, because when you're in a constant state of anxiety, you start to think like, woe is me. You know, what is happening with me? Am I ever going to be able to get out of this? You become depressed. You become weighed down by your thoughts. You become weighed down by your beliefs of yourself. You become weighed down by what you think others are thinking of you. And so I learned during that time that it's okay, because see, fear and anxiety, those things are our body's natural way of letting us know when danger is around us. It's our body's natural way of saying, hey, we're out of alignment here. You know, body, mind, spirit, we're out of alignment with spirit. We have to get back in. And so during that time, I learned more than ever to depend on my spirituality. During that time, I learned more than ever that it's really important to spend time with God, with Goddess, to align yourself, to find that voice within you. I learned to depend on meditation to quiet my mind. I learned the power of chanting. I learned the power of vibration. I learned that it is healing. I never took any medication. I've never taken any anxiety medication throughout my life. When I was 4 years old, you know, they say that our kids are always watching. I watched my mother go through a nervous breakdown. My mom was the vice president of a bank. And there was someone who was very jealous of her, who lied on her. And though, you know, her name was cleared, my mother suffered a nervous breakdown. I watched my mother get ready for work in the mornings crying. But I also watched my mother go to a therapist or psychiatrist, and I watched that psychiatrist give my mother pills, and my mother bringing those pills home and flushing them down the toilet because she said, I don't need this. And what she depended on most was meditation and prayer and journaling. And that was something that stuck with me. And so it's really important that you learn to align yourself, to understand that you have the tools to pull yourself out of it before it goes too deep, before you are diagnosed with clinical depression. Now, if you are depressed, talk to someone. Yes, go to a therapist, seek therapy. A lot of times we become so ashamed that we don't want a therapist. We're so ashamed to talk about what it is that we're going through, but it's really important that you do. That is one of the most important tools, one of the most healing tools, is talking. You know how we talk about relax, relate, release? Remember back in the days, a different world, right? Whitney Gilbert. Relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. That's real. Relax, relate, release. Those are the three most important tools. That is a healing mantra that we all can use even to this day. Relax, relate, release. So what does that mean exactly? Relax, relate, release. Relax. Relaxing your mind. Relaxing your mind. Allowing yourself to sleep more. If you know you haven't been getting enough sleep, I know when I don't get enough sleep, I start to feel anxious. Allowing yourself to sleep more. Drinking more water. A lot of times when we start to feel anxious, it's because we're dehydrated. Check up on your water intake. Have you been drinking enough water? Half your body weight in ounces is what you should be drinking. Okay, so if you are 200 pounds, you should be drinking 100 ounces of water a day. And I'm not talking about 100 ounces of juice and saying, hey, it's a liquid, or 100 ounces of tea. You know, well, even though tea is mostly water, so that's a little better, but not if it's full of sugar. But checking your water intake. Also, one of the things that I discovered was leading to my anxiety was my diet. I am gluten sensitive. If I consume gluten, it wreaks havoc on my mental wellness. I feel flustered, I feel tired, I'm not able to focus. Check your diet. There may be something in your diet that is affecting your mental well-being. Because you want to wake up feeling good every day and energized every day. So what are you eating? Are you taking in the foods? Are you taking in the foods? We don't want to take in foods. Are you taking in the foods that are nourishing your mind, your body, your spirit? Because your spirit needs food too. Your spirit needs whole foods. Your spirit needs the foods that are of nature, that will connect you to nature. Healing foods. Another thing that sometimes I find leading up to my menstrual cycle, the start of my menstrual cycle, I will experience dips in my blood sugar. And so eating high protein foods like nuts, fruit and nuts, or things like that, sometimes just eating something sweet has a tendency to uplift my spirit. So it helps me to sleep better. When I find that I can't sleep, I realize that it's like a dip in my blood sugar is taking place, so I might grab some almonds or something. Okay, so check that. Aromatherapy. See that little bottle? I have this filled with, this is a blend that I have, a relaxation blend that I created. It has like lavender oil and frankincense and all of that good stuff. Burning sage. It's naturally relaxing. Taking a bath. Oming it out. Om. Om is a powerful vibration. It is the sound that connects us to the universe. As we om, we relax. The vibration ripples through our bodies and aligns us, mind, body, spirit. Relate. Reach out to your community. Don't be afraid to discuss what it is that you're going through with those that you love the most. And if you don't have anyone that you feel you can talk to, find a group that you can belong to. Nowadays, you don't even have to leave your house really to belong to a group. You can find groups online, support groups, Facebook groups. There's so many different apps now. Find someone that you can talk to share what it is you're going through. You want to relate to someone, okay? Be transparent. You don't have to pretend like it's okay. Be transparent. And then release. You can release by talking it out. Releasing, once again, community allows you to release. Talking it out. Getting on YouTube and talking it out. That can be some place where you can build your tribe. Journaling. Journaling truly helps you to get it out. Just allowing yourself to purge it all onto the pages. Exercise. You want to build up those endorphins and release them. You want to release that tension, release that anxiety, release that stress. Okay, have a physical outlet, whether it's walking or running or boxing or jumping rope, whatever it is, just having something that you can physically use to release. Have a creative outlet. I myself use art. Art is my creative outlet. I am an artist. I am a writer. All of those things, if I had to never write or draw or paint or sketch again, I don't know what I would do. Find your creative outlet, whether it's sewing, whether it is building something with wood, whether it's crocheting, whatever it is, find it and do it and allow it to work for you. These are gifts that we're given. You know, we talk all the time about having these gifts and being gifted. What is gifted? Who is the gift for? The gift is for you first and foremost. These are gifts that are given to you to help you be better, to help you be in alignment. You were born with these gifts. And if you use them, to the best of your ability. You will always be well. I promise. So before you take a pill, or before you depend on pills for the rest of your life, and what I'm saying is that there are people who are taking pills and have to take pills, and that's fine. But I want you to know that you can get better. It's not something that you have to do for the rest of your life. You can get better. The National Health Service in England no longer prescribes antidepressants at all, except in the most extreme cases. Instead, anyone that is depressed, they usually prescribe the learning the basis of cognitive therapy and exercise, because they find that antidepressants don't really work. They only mask the problem. Even here in the United States, it has been found, where is my, I have my notes here somewhere. Okay, Time magazine, well, according to Psychology Today, Time magazine once wrote that Americans are more depressed than ever, yet many Americans don't respond to antidepressants. Don't you think that's a little strange? That Americans are not responding to antidepressants, but yet they're constantly taking them? That they're constantly coming up with new antidepressants every day? And you take one antidepressant and it doesn't work, and then it leads you to another. I saw a commercial the other day that talked about a pill. There's a pill that you take with your antidepressant once the antidepressant stops working. What is that about? We have to take control of ourselves and our well-being. You've got it all within you. Everything you need is right here. You just have to take the time and kill the noise around you in order to tune in and to take advantage of those tools. We just don't take the time. We're so busy trying to make money. We're so busy trying to keep up with the Joneses. We're so busy trying to be what society is telling us that we should be. We're so busy trying to look the way society is telling us that we should look. We're so busy. We're so busy listening to everyone else, watching everyone else, instead of taking the time to tune into ourselves and align ourselves with spirit. Spirit is your medicine. Allow spirit to be your medicine. Allow spirit to be your guide. Allow spirit to be your cure. As always, if you need any assistance, you can contact me at befullofyou@gmail.com. If there is anything that you would like for me to touch on, to do a video on, please feel free to comment below. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video, to my channel. I would love for you to be a part of my tribe, my family. I have so much more information that I'm going to come and bring to you and share. I think my next video is going to be about me and who I am and why I am qualified to do this work that I'm doing, and exactly what type of work it is that I do, so that you can gain a better understanding and maybe you can allow me to be there for you. Okay, so as always, I love you. I love you. I love you. You are wonderful. You are amazing. You are spectacular. You are divine. You are divine. You are divine. I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace and love.